Hi, my name is Sam Begdori, and here's a typical establishing shot. And I want to spend the next few minutes to show you something cool that I've made over the last academic year. I have put together and created EnKor Music. EnKor Music is a cross-promotional music company. It predominantly takes electronic dance music from South Korea and England, specifically concentrating on those who aren't signed or are famous, those who are unheard, those ones who are on the bookshelf but haven't been read yet. So where was my starting point? I had this idea, and so now I had to develop it. So I thought I would begin with the website. And to be honest, I didn't have any idea about web developing, especially about PHP or CSS. So that's something I had to learn. So one thing I had to consider was content. What I wanted to have was information that was appealing and relevant for my target audience, and at the same time without it being too laborious and too wordy. So I wanted to keep it multimedia based. So there were sounds, audio links, videos that they could watch, and trying to keep reading to a minimal. So I needed a way to advertise the business. I needed a way to market it and make noise and try to stimulate some sort of audience, because it was never going to establish a fan base on its own. So Facebook, Twitter and YouTube were the means to that problem. So I'm using Facebook and Twitter as a way of communication between me and my followers, and YouTube as a hub for my media content, which is embedded on the website, as with SoundCloud as well. And because each person has a particular preference of searching for media, I decided to give them a choice of social networks to do that. The next part was to make a marketing video that subtly would explain what EnKor was about. Now that was one of the most difficult parts of the project, and the footage you can see here was never actually used. We were on top of a car park trying to shoot an urban-esque DJing scene with Harry McIver, and literally after about an hour of being there and just getting into the swing of filming, it started snowing and it was far too cold, which is a real shame because we had a great opportunity to be able to film in that location, as it's usually quite difficult to get permission to do so. But all wasn't lost. When Harry decided to make the mix for me for the podcast, I decided to take that opportunity to film in his bedroom, but I had to be really careful because I wanted to film shots in a particular way that it didn't look like I was filming him in his bedroom. So I wanted the shots to be quite dark, quite close up to what he was doing. Once we were able to salvage enough shots to be able to use for the promotion video, it was just a matter of putting it together, and I did this over several days in different locations, whether I was sitting in Starbucks, sitting in my own bedroom. And I used After Effects and Premiere to do this. I used After Effects to do the text effects that I did, where Harry's hand looked like it was going in front of or behind the text. And what I found most challenging was the keyframing in After Effects. It was such a ball ache. I wanted the movement of the text to move with what was happening on the video, and in order to do that, I wanted to be really precise. So I literally was working frame by frame to be as accurate as I could. It's something that took a lot of patience and a lot of effort to do, and a lot of determination, to be honest. The podcast was something which was really, really fun to do. I enjoyed it very much. I enjoyed the fact that I was able to really expressed my passion about the artists that I found, the ones that I found in Korea, the ones that I know in Britain. I thought it was such a great avenue to share with many people who are perhaps fed up with the same Skrillex, the same dubstep, the same drum and bass all the time. It's an opportunity for others to discover new artists of genres that they already like, maybe in a particular different fashion. And if I'm so passionate about this, and in my theory that at least one other person will be passionate about it also. So please, if you're interested, come and follow us on all the social networking sites, EnKor Music, facebook.com/EnKor Music, and youtube.com/EnKor Music. And don't forget the website, enkormusic.com. This has been my project. Thank you for listening.